Hey Yarniers, it is Vicki just popping on in to talk a little bit about working from the haiku cake. You can either knit straight from it, as we have said, or you can wind it into a ball. You do you, as I always say. But just keep a couple of things in mind. So it is a roving yarn. I'm sure as knitters and crocheters, you already know this, but I'm going to just say it again anyway. Roving yarn is more delicate than any yarn that has been plied, but it's also what gives it that beautiful bloom, meaning it fills in the stitches so it makes your knitting look really sort of perfect, if you will. So it's a give or take. I'm just hand winding it just because I didn't want to bust out the Swift. But as you can see, it just comes right off. Now, every once in a while, you might notice a little sticking point because the spray dye that we've used was never rinsed out. That's not the kind of work it is. So it is a little bit thicker. It's a little tiny bit stiffer, which you don't notice once it's worked into a project because it's just little dots. But when it's concentrated like this, like of course there is a little bit of change in consistency. Well, dye is sticky and fibers are sticky. You've got the little halo. So sometimes when they meet together, they love each other so much that they just want to hold on tighter. So all you have to do is you just have to finesse it a little bit. You just have to be gentle. Hi, nice, sweet little yarn. There's a little sticking point right there. I want to show you what's happening. It's just the fibers. It's the fibers melted together. So you just gently pull it apart and keep on going. You just don't pull hard. You know, this is really soft wool. It hasn't been worked to death or plied to death. And so it just needs to be treated with a little bit of care. Once it's knit up, that's a different story because you have the integrity of the support of a stitch on top of a stitch on top of a stitch. But until you get there, as you can see, I'm not having any issues at all. Let me see if I do with another one. Here's a place where it might be sticking just a little bit. Just gonna take my nail, go right in, softly tug, and it comes right undone. So just know that you're working with a really soft fiber and then another medium. You've introduced another medium. So sometimes you have to just give it a little extra attention and keep on winding. Keep doing that and you should be good to go. All right, I hope that helps.